Absolutely, that's a great question because there is a real benefit of that. And I'll tell you another story that's probably the best way to illustrate this. We have a physician that works for us that I think has occasionally worked here. His name is Ali Raja, and he is the Assistant Director of Trauma at Brigham and Women's, which is one of the Harvard teaching hospitals in Cambridge, Boston, Massachusetts area. Excellent physician. I became acquainted with Ali through the Air Force. Well, recently, Ali was working at a little town in the Upper Peninsula, Ontonagon, Michigan, which is about as far up in the Upper Peninsula as you can get. Very small hospital, very low volume. But it's also a vacation area. There's a lot of snowmobilers that come in the winter and people that want to fish and have recreation that's sort of lake-related in the summer. And this particular time, it was in the winter, it was just a few months ago, and a dentist who had vacationed every year in Ontonagon was up there vacationing, and she injured her hand pretty severely. And the way I got involved in the story is I was going to the hospital one morning to visit them. Ollie happened to be finishing one of his 4-day shifts there, and there was this congregation in the administration office around this answering machine all listening to a message, and they waved at me, "Come in, you have to listen to this message." And so they played it back for me, and it was the dentist calling in and just saying, "I just want to thank you so much for the care I was given. I've always worried that if I had to go to the hospital, I might not get the care I need. I've been vacationing there for 30 years, and I live in a large city in Wisconsin, and I knew this was a small hospital. I depend on my hands to do what I need to provide my means of support because I'm a dentist, and I was really worried, particularly this time, because I had injured my hand." And she said, "I just want to let you know that the care Dr. Roger provided was exemplary. He hooked me up with one of the best hand surgeons around. He did the initial care perfectly, talked personally to the hand surgeon, got me in to see him very quickly, and I've retained full use of my hand, and I just wanted to say you're a great hospital." Now, the point of the story isn't to say that you have to use doctors from far away to give good care, but it does illustrate that there's certainly a benefit to it. And an additional benefit that's sort of hidden, and this to me is one of the most important benefits, is what I call the cross-pollination effect. Because we like to teach, and not just because we know it all, because we certainly don't know it all, but we like to teach because when you share what you know and people share that back with you, it's a win-win. You learn things, they learn things. The act of teaching and asking questions helps reinforce in your mind. And so that cross-pollination effect is very valuable because every hospital, no matter who it is or where it is, doesn't matter if it's the best